is going to be a hot match.
Right. We have RickyofKokiri on the left with their Mentor Apathy versus Gary and their Mentor Hippo on the right. So this, right. So this is a open seed 7-7 defeat Ganon. Standard items are randomized. So where do you think both of our runners are going to start?
I mean, when we look at in open seeds, we typically have 2 traditional starts. So we'll have to see. I'm a bigger fan of the Link's House start. So
yeah, same here. Same here. Tends to be that, and then I route in Uncle and then go from there. All right, and we're off. And both decide to start at the sanctuary. And both get 5 rupees.
And it sounds like Ricky, who is on our left and it has the audio today, has a VVVVVV MSU pack installed.
Ah. So we're going to get the lumber ledge checked. First a tree pole, level 1, tier 1 tree pole.
I love seeing bombs early.
Oh, same here. And on the lumber ledge, we have the mushroom.
I certainly hope we don't need that.
Right. Early game, yeah, fetch quest, I could see that happening, but late game, probably not.
And the mushroom check is blue mail. Always nice to get that early.
Definitely, definitely. That is a great find right there. And as we make our way to the hideout, Gary picking up their blue mail, we find a piece of heart. Another tree pole, picking up more bombs. Can never go wrong with having more bombs, especially this early in the game.
Not when there's at least 7 bomb walls to make use of.
Right. And we don't have a sword yet, so right now the bombs are our only weapon.
Kakariko Village, always fun.
Yep.
Let's check Blind's house.
7 items here, I believe. 7 or 8, I lost count.
In Blind or in Kakariko?
In total, there's 13, I know that.
Yeah. I believe it's 5 in here.
Well, we got...
And gloves is one of those.
Yes. We got the power gloves.
We got power gloves, and so far, not much else.
Right. And some more love. Piece of heart. And both make it into the well at the exact same time.
Again, you can never have too many bombs.
Right.
That's Titansmith? That's a very odd early beginning.
Right. All we're looking now is for that moon pearl, and we have dark world access.
It looks like they're both dropping back in for some more rupees.
Yep. Can't go wrong with farming for rupees. We need at least 100 for the bottle done. And we get the cape from the bottle vendor.
Cape is an odd item to get here too. This is the strangest Kakariko start I've seen yet.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. It is a strange opening.
And it just gets weirder and weirder with a magic mirror at Chicken Hut.
Yep. So at least we now have our Dark World access with the... But we still need that... And we get Boot. And we get the Pegasus.
On one hand, this is a fantastic start.
Yes, and now we get to go fast for the rest of the seed. Gotta go...
And we get the library item while we're here.
Right. And let's see what we got in the library. We have 300 rupees. Oh, that's Zora money right there.
That's half of it, yeah.
Yep. Ricky's saving and quitting, not bothered to checking out the race game. And he's going to go back to Sanctuary.
The Sank starts unusual. He's checking Bonk Rocks now. Yep. Actually, this start does give us an interesting early check we can do.
Yes, indeed it is. What do we have here at Bonk Rocks? We got literacy. We have the book.
There's an even more interesting stuff. There's an even more interesting check we can make.
Right.
Because I have never seen a sub 10 King's Tomb check in my life.
Neither did I. We are getting a map check. 5-6 crystal at Hera, and Eastern and Desert are all crystals.
Hopefully that means we've got some good pendant dungeons for him in the Dark World.
Yes, and let's... and there's Flippers.
This seed is incredible.
I'm at a loss for words for this. I've never seen this just open up like this. So we're gonna get a back of escape check here. 3 chests here.
It's a move I would make given where we're at right now.
Definitely. 20 rupees. We got a key and 20 more rupees.
On the one hand, I like seeing a key in the back.
Definitely.
That's one more shot at not having to do Dark Cross.
Right. 20 rupees in Link's house, probably. And that middle one will have a bomb 50% of the time, so it's a 50-50 shot there.
It's like the 2 bushes in the middle of the shovel spot entrance.
Yes. So we are getting a sewer check. Now that is an interesting glitch there. If you have the mirror and it is a movable block, if you activate the mirror at the exact same time you're moving the block, you can actually delete the block.
Exactly.
Yeah. So while
interesting route diversion. GreyCorvid's going to Uncle.
And Uncle's got Quake for us. Meanwhile, Ricky going to do the rest of South Shore.
Mini Moldorm cave with only bombs.
It can be done. Just
it can definitely be done. It's just not any fun.
It's also just patience and baiting them into the precipitating them into the explosion of the bomb. And he
It
gets
worked.
it. Yes. So then we have more bombs.
And there's the bomb refund for it, too.
And there's
our
the flute. And our blue boomerang.
I kind of wonder where the routing will take us next, because there's a lot of options now.
Definitely. So, Ricky going over to checking out Ice Rod Cave.
Masterful avoidance of crabs.
Definitely.
Those things hurt.
Oh, yeah. They do 2 hearts. They would do 2 hearts of worth of damage. And another big 20 there.
Closer and closer to that fabled Zora money.
Definitely.
I imagine that we're about to go wake up the duck.
Yep.
The seed really likes its early mobility. Flippers, boots, and flute in the first 10 minutes.
Right. And Power Glove, too, with the mirror.
Titan's mitts.
Both gloves, Titan's mitt. Both
All
gloves.
we're really missing for the getting around items is our hook shot. And now we can all rise for the Hylian national anthem.
Yep. And at 10 minutes and 27 seconds, the goose is now loose. On Ricky's side.
I think Grey just left without doing Ice Rod Cave, but it's easy to get there with a flute.
Right. And Ricky is setting himself up for the Houlihan glitch.
I have never seen this implementation of the Houlihan, so I'm kind of...
Oh, he didn't pull it off properly, too.
unfortunate.
Yep, it
And
has
about
not-
almost exactly a minute later, GreyCorvid is waking up the goose.
Very close race between both of them. So Ricky is going to go try this again. It's got to be in a specific location to when that opens. And to when you drop the bomb as well. So basically what happens is the bomb's got to push you into the well. The game doesn't know where to send you, so it sends you here.
Corvid on the right is checking Desert Ledge.
And what was that?
3 bombs on the ledge.
So Ricky having Zora money now.
And Corvid's our first person into the Dark World. That is a fantastic bunny sprite.
Yes.
First person in the Dark World at Misery Mire. What a seed this is.
Right. And what is... I don't think we got to look at Meyer yet.
I did not see it myself.
Right. But Hobo just gives us his heart.
Oh, and Corvid did not get the Super Bunny glitch.
That one I am not familiar with.
He was trying to get knocked by the murder bird into Mire Shed so he would be able to lift the... Or so he would be able to open the boxes in bunny form.
Okay.
Only 10 arrows at Checkerboard Cave.
Ricky going to the waterfall. 2 chests here, and Gray taking it out. There's our Moon Pearl.
Moon Pearl at Waterfall Ferry.
So Ricky having Dark World at full Dark World access, just also needs the hammer for some locations, but Ricky is able to do Dark World access, has access to Dark World. Single rupee on Zora Ledge.
I imagine that will stay there.
Yes.
That's what you want to see when you don't have flippers coming here.
Right. And more bombs.
And Corvid on our right is going into Agina's cave.
All right, let's see what we got hidden in his closet.
A piece of heart. I think Corvid's about to show us what's at Desert Palace.
Right. And Ricky is giving us a Dark World check.
We've got pendants, green pendant thieves, pendants on swamp and ice, and then the other red crystal at Turtle Rock.
With Pod and Meyer and Skullwoods being our remaining crystal dungeons.
Red Crystal, Hera, and Turtle Rock. If you don't have all the crystals, but you can get both of those in one swoop, that's very nice routing for Pyramid Fairy. If you can pull it off.
Right. Most of the time, the items you need are just going to be sitting there on the laser bridge.
Almost every time.
Definitely.
And we're going to Thieves Town.
Alright, there's a piece of heart. 4 items here in the front. It's normally a quick check right here.
I did miss what was in Desert Main. But we have a small key on the torch. Oh, and Restream shows bombs, so...
This seed has been very explosive.
Not just in terms of bombs, but we've gotten a lot of progression items already.
Right. And in our last chest is just the big key. So Ricky is just gonna use Mira, warp out of Thieves Town. Quick check in there, 4 chests.
When you don't have a weapon, it's not ideal to check that dungeon, let's be honest.
Right. In the Sea Hut, we got ourselves 20 rupees. Gary going to the back part of Desert for a piece of heart.
That is both items in Desert.
Yes. But considering we don't have a fire source, we can't defeat it, so we'll have to double dip that.
We also don't have a weapon to kill Lanmos with.
Right. We could either use the fire rod, arrows, sword.
Or if you really wanted, the hammer.
Yes. So Ricky going over to the dig spot. And Gary going to go check out Ice Cave finally.
He's probably going to do Ice Cave and check everything else over here in the same route.
Right.
At least that's what I'd do. 12. Is it going to be mean and make us do all 30 digs?
I've had Siege where it's done that to me. And all those digs for an ice rod.
29 digs for an ice rod that we need.
But at least now we have a weapon.
According to chat, we can kill Lanmos with bombs. I didn't know that.
Neither did I. But Ricky picking up Jeremiah.
I used to wonder why he was called that, and then I realized Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
Right. The old Three Dog Night song. Alright, so what do we get from the Smiths? And we get
Our
a
sword!
sword.
That's a vanilla sword.
Yep. So now we got something to go stab things with.
And now for the longest, boringest delivery in the game.
Yep. But at least with this, we can route in Stumpy, K45.
Yeah. And if we get a shovel, we could check shovel spot.
Yes. Alright, and in K45, there's our lamp. So that puts the rest of Escape back into Logic, and Dark Room's in Logic now.
Really, this VV soundtrack is amazing.
Yes, it's catchy. Piece of heart from Stumpy. Ricky left.
There's a glitch that lets you do it.
Okay.
Yeah. I had this happen in an earlier race this week, so.
Yeah. Yep.
If you mirror in with after getting the bomb, you can take it, or after getting the box, you can take it to him.
All right, and we are getting a hype cave check.
GreyCorvid getting his Moon Pearl and Zora checks done. Hype Cave did not live up to its name.
Nope, money and love. So Gary making his way over to the Kakariko portal to the Dark World. And Lunchbox just gives us more bombs.
Well, we know where all the bombs are hiding.
Yep. And we are getting a Bombo tablet check.
This is the best time in the route to do it.
Right. All that for arrows.
And Ricky's going in to Desert Palace now.
Right, and at least since we have the sword, Ricky will be able to complete it.
And the lamp.
Yes, because we need both. We need a fire source, and either the sword, Ice Rod does work as well to defeating the land maul.
Yeah, Chad is right. With all the progression we've gotten so far, we knew nothing was going to be in Hype Cave.
Definitely.
So, while our runners are covering each other's tracks here, where do you think the seat will go next?
That is a good question. I'm going to say probably pointing them to maybe Eastern. Especially on Ricky's side. He has the sword. You know, he does have progression. He's able to clear this dungeon full clear it at that too.
I'm thinking it might be trying to point them into thieves with the early access and green pendant.
Right.
So it makes sense.
Yeah. I'm still worried about that mushroom being at Lumberjack, but
that's been on the back of my mind for the last 20 minutes.
Right.
I don't like seeing fetch quests on Lumberjack, because that usually means, in my experience, that they're required.
Definitely. And Desert is a very easy, one of the easy dungeons to quickly clear if you have everything that you need.
I mean, it is the second dungeon of the vanilla game.
Yep.
We also know the boss doesn't have anything on it.
Right, because we got R2, so he's just gonna either have a key. I think we have all the keys from the dungeon.
We do. It's either a map or a compass on this one.
Alright.
But
Alright, we're having our first Lamel fight, and Ricky gonna do it the semi-vanilla way using the ice rod.
it's faster than the sword.
Yep. Gary picking up his. And now we gotta switch over to the sword. Ricky out of magic.
The one problem with the ice rod, those projectiles are slow.
Yes. Gets a nice double on that. Down goes Landmall, so he's going to get the crystal and the map. That means the chest had the compass. So Ricky with the very strikes first blood in this one, gets the first crystal at 26 minutes in.
For those curious, I did finally find out what one of the sprites is.
Oh, what are our sprites that we're using today?
At the moment, I found that RickyofKokiri's sprite is Mamiji Inubashiri, who is a Toho character.
Yeah. Good old Toho. Yeah, we got a lot of new sprite updates for version 1 for 31.5.
If chat knows who GreyCorvid is using, please speak up. I don't have a clue.
And neither do I.
Chat is telling me it's Thorncrow. Oh, and that's actually Elias, who I believe is our tracker.
Ah. So Ricky picking up the 2 items there. I missed what the 2 items in the Meyer shed were.
One was a piece of art.
Alright, and Gary going over to Sahashala. And what is he hiding in his in the attic today? There's a sword.
Another sword.
Yep. So Gary up to Master Sword now.
And Ricky's going in to save the old man. He's going to go save Gary. Now the question is, will Pod be bow-locked today?
Ooh, let's hope not. But it might be. We don't have a bottle, so we can't do the bottle glitch.
And Gary has for us today our first bottle.
Alright, that opens up Sick Kid, and just gotta be careful of the falling rocks.
Watch out for cabbage. And we had a small key in shooter room.
Always standard. We have another bottle on the Spectacle Rock ledge, and 20 rupees in Spectacle Rock cave.
Well, two bottles already.
Yep.
So far, only keys in Pod.
Yep. Usually the party dungeon. Keys in the front, business in the back, and a piece of heart on the ether tablet today.
Speaking of ether, there is a vanilla big key in Pod.
Yeah, that's usually the ideal thing. Sometimes in randomizer you get items in the vanilla location.
Oh
but
no, the big key's in the basement. Also, there's our last medallion.
Right, and we also get the Bombos medallion, so at least now we know we're all three. Does he get the cup? And we have tea time.
Well, let's watch GreyCorvid while Ricky takes a coffee break here.
Yep. Goes over to the turtle room. Picks up the compass. So standard routing here. Turtle room. Pod basement. Helmus hallway. And then doing the dark maze. Got a piece of heart and a key. And a bunch of 5 rupees with that. Can't go wrong with the money.
And there's another small key. That's a lot of small keys for not going right side so far.
It's reminding me of the seed I just did earlier today.
More bombs. All of the bombs. They're gonna run out of bombs in Guinness Tower and wonder why they can't find any of boxes.
Right. Well, there's always that shop in Kakariko
Oh no,
Village.
the big key's in the bow-locked side.
Yep. So, but Gary using the mirror and teleporting over to Eastern Palace.
I love the different route. I love it when we get to commentate different routes.
Definitely. Big key.
That's the early. That's a third bottle on Death Mountain.
So far, we know where 3 of the bottles are. One with the old man, one on Spectacle Rock, and one in Tower of Hair. So
But
that's always fun.
that's an early big key for Eastern Palace.
Yes. And there's Tempered. So we know at least 3 locations for swords.
This is being a fast seed so far.
Right, and Ricky taking a fall to Mordorm.
Did you mean Trolldorm?
Yes. Of course, when does he not be trolling? Using cape strats here.
I don't blame him. This fight takes forever with a fighter's sword. Especially since it's a required fast Moldorm phase.
Yes. And this is his last hit. Gets it and down goes Moldorm.
I do believe we have at least one item in the back now.
And we have the map. And gets the second compass.
On the bright side, once we get a bow, we've got 2 dungeons that are going to be fully clearable.
Definitely.
And we're getting a lazy kid check.
Right, what does he have for us?
Bombs.
Well, where is everyone in Hyrule getting the equipment to make these bombs?
That's a great question.
I think they learned it from MacGyver.
I didn't know they had rubber bands and paper clips.
Yep.
It looks like we're getting north Dark World check.
I like this play here. So we're going to check out Bumper Cave. $10 hours on the ledge there.
And we're getting more isolated checks from both sides. Graveyard ledge on one side and pyramid ledge on the other.
What is... Yeah. That's always the check I always try to get in early, as soon as I hit Dark World.
Graveyard ledge, pyramid ledge, or catfish?
Pyramid ledge with routing into catfish.
Routing into Zora if you can.
Yeah?
Unfortunately not doable in this seat.
No. There's a piece of heart for Ricky.
And looking at chat, we're already having speculation on that mushroom.
Yes.
And given that speculation, you guys are mean.
Yes, chat can be like that.
I won't say I wouldn't enjoy seeing their logic on this one, but it's mean. There's our 4th bottle. Our bottles were on the Old Man, Spectacle Rock, Tower of Hero Big Chest, and Catfish, and 3 of them had red potions in them.
Oh, wow.
And Corbin's about to get all of them in succession now.
Yep. Well, at least we don't have to worry about bottles, so... But now that brings a question. Could the seed be pointing them to Aga? Ricky does have the cape, so he is able to get up there into the tower,
Tempered swords in logic anyways, so...
Yes.
I hate to say I want to see it, but I really want to see it. Spin speed. A glitch I've never been able to pull off consistently.
Neither have I. I can't do it. And it looks like Aga is the correct play.
They have not done escape yet.
Oh, right. With everything going on, it's like we just forgot about escape.
I mean, can you blame these runners? Everything
No.
opened up in 10 minutes.
Yes.
I'm still a fan of boots and Titan's mitts into flippers into Moon Pearl.
Definitely. I mean, at least it can't be worse than having to do a fetch quest to get the boots, to get the big key, to tile room being involved somehow and all of that.
Bob's torch?
Yeah. No, the big key was actually on Bob's torch, but you needed...
Oh, fun.
Yeah, but it led to this big giant fetch quest to...
Still could be worse. Boots could be on ped.
True.
Alright. Well, so far, nothing in the escape sequence.
Right, and we do have the mirror, so if we don't have anything here, Ricky can just use the mirror and teleport right back to the front of Hyrule Castle.
Corvid did not get the coffee break, so he has to actually slash at these tiles.
Yep. And there's
our first shield.
Yes.
Look at this shield. Isn't it cute?
Yes.
On the bright side, it at least blocks spears.
Definitely. So we are getting a back... at least the last chest we have to check is Dark Cross, so it's not that far in.
I believe we got the map in the second chest, so we had to come down here.
Yes, we did get the map in the second chest. And all of that for just 5 rupees, so...
And Ricky checking Uncle now. This is a normal play. Uncle at 41 minutes.
Yeah,
but again,
so
this Dark World opened up at a ridiculously early time.
Yeah. So Ricky going over to Pod.
If Ricky knows potion glitch, he can get that right side checks.
Yep. Well, both of them are also having their mentors with them as well, so they can always walk them through on how to do these glitches as well.
And I know Apathy knows that glitch, so...
Yeah. It's probably one of the medium ones to learn how to do, but it does help. So Ricky picking up his Master Sword.
Now, if I were... Hey, excuse me, if you were in Corvid's position, what would you do?
Ooh, me in his position.
Just because we are watching another case of runners overlapping each other.
Right. I would at least go into Thieves Town, get the full chests, full clear out everything else from Thieves Town. Maybe start to dip Skullwoods.
I was thinking Skullwoods myself. Now, where will our runners go?
Right.
Route straight down. And we're going straight into the back of the dungeon.
Standard.
Standard procedure.
Yep. No hammer yum.
Don't have big key, don't need to.
Right.
Also, you don't really need the hammer yump in an open seed. You usually have the keys.
Yes.
More importantly, no big key. It's not something I would do if I don't have the big key.
Right. And that one you gotta be at least pixel perfect to get off anyhow.
If you know the lineup, it's not too hard.
Right.
But yeah, as even a lineup where you don't need to know it from based on your sprite. So I personally line up on the wall, so.
So Gary making the play into
Skullwoods.
Yeah.
Everyone's favorite.
Yeah. And there's the hammer.
Skullwoods hammer?
Yes.
Oh, fun.
We're gonna cut it. Considering Skullwoods is a crystal dungeon, does he abandon it? No, he's not. He's gonna continue to clear out. Gotta be careful those fireball bars. They do knock you back, and they could knock you off that ledge as well too.
I'm never too worried about the ones in Skullwoods, but the same does not go for the ones in Ice Palace.
Oh, I agree. And the same for me with the ones in Turtle Rock. So Gary,
Yes, chat. Yes, chat. Hammer Yump has only moderate uses at this point.
Yes.
Now, if this were a Key Sanity run, the applications of Hammer Yump are increased dramatically. And Ricky gets his Tempered Sword. And it looks like Corvid's making the run directly to East Death Mountain here. I don't blame him. That does seem to be where Seed wants you to go.
Yes. With that hammer, we now open up Paradox Cave, and same with Dark Side too as well. So you could route in Dark Death Mountain and get all those chucks.
Except for Hookshot. That's Arcane.
Yes.
Floating Island has the Cane of Samaria.
Red cane on the floating island. Haven't seen that one before.
I have. I hated it. Cane of Samaria is my favorite item in this game.
Oh, same here. That and blue cane. I think in one of the seasons I did, blue cane was up there and I needed that.
I call the Cane of Samaria my battle cane because I've used this weapon more than most other players in my friend group.
I use it the same. I'm about the same with the two.
I also call it my cheating stick because how many ways can you break the game using only the Cane of Samaria?
Let me count the ways. Ricky picking up a piece of heart in that, and we are getting a...
I think I know what he's doing. He's doing Paradox Cave, and then going to just leave at the door and do Super Bunny on the way up to Dark Death Mountain again.
Yep.
It makes sense, because this is a massive number of checks all of them cluster right now.
Yes.
There's our fire rod.
Yep, so now we can burn things.
If it were me, I would want to see the hook shot in this area.
Yes. But we all know how Rando works.
Yeah, hookshot usually ends up somewhere we really don't want to see it.
Right.
Not on Headland Sea, for certain, though.
But a lot of big bucks today in light side of Death Mountain.
More importantly, a fire rod.
And a fire rod, yeah. We had all this money and a fire rod. Congratulations. Now, Ricky doing the full clear of Thieves Town.
I mean, it makes sense at this time.
Yes.
From what he knows.
And more big bucks. The other good thing about this is we can also check TR and see what we need to enter.
I mean, we have all the medallions.
Yes.
So, we'll just know what you need to have out and ready. Our bug net in the bonk chest. Actually, with that fire rod where it is, we have a whole lot of TR to go exploring.
Yes. The long and tedious dungeon in a total rock.
And unfortunately for Corvid, they have not done the digging game.
Right.
I haven't been counting my items here in Thieves Town. Do we have 2 items or 1 left?
We have, I think, well, we know one was in the front.
One was in the front? I think we only have 1 left.
Right. So if Blind has the key, or if Blind has the key, the item's in the big chest. If Blind has the item locked, the key locked itself in a chest.
We have the key. The question is, the map. We don't want to see a map here.
Right. Because Ricky doesn't have the timer, so he can't take care of that.
And Corvid is going into Turtle Rock. And yes, Blind cannot actually have the Thieves Town small key.
Yes. So he gets the green pendant and a compass for his trouble. But more importantly, yep, we have the green pendant. We can go turn that into Sahashva and get the item from him. And get his item.
I did miss what was on that check, so let me check the restream.
Compass.
Compass in the chest?
Yes.
Okay, had to make sure it wasn't important.
Ricky going to just do just that. It's like we have ESP up here in the booth.
Corvid realizing he has to go the long way. I hate not having a fire rod for this room.
You mean hook shot?
Hook shot? Yes, I do mean hook shot.
And for that green pendant, all we have is just $20 from Sahashala.
Here, young hero, find my family heirloom. I'll give you $20.
$20, potion refill, and a small key.
Well, we know it's a chain chomp then.
Yep. Through the Poke Room. Spin slashes work. Fire also work when killing those as well too.
I'm personally a fan of fire.
Same here. I like burning things with it.
Ricky gets his hammer.
Yep. And the chain chomp's not cooperating with Corvid.
Ricky is coming up the mountain now. And honestly, given how many checks are up here, I do not blame them both for immediately coming up here.
Right. And Turtle Rock is one of those big item density dungeons.
Even with 7 dungeon items inside.
Right.
Because if you have the mirror, you can technically count Mimic Cave as part of Turtle Rock.
Right.
Because that's 6 items if you include Mimic Cave. And the vanilla big key, just as expected.
Right. It's like no one expects the big key to be in the vanilla location.
You do when you watch the keys come in.
Yes.
It also means that one of the next 2 checks in the dungeon is a small key. I love following key logic sometimes.
And I'm still trying to learn that one.
The only dungeon that I don't understand key logic in is Pod.
Yeah, Pod is easy. Turtle Rock is hard to learn key logic for.
Certainly you can learn it easily. Key logic in Pod is, it's always where you don't want it to be.
Right. But the keys are always going to be in the front anyhow. We are getting...
Unless you skip key chest, then the small key you need to get to try next is there.
Yes. But we are getting a Mimic Cave check.
Wonderful.
And we have...
Our
powder.
magic powder. A nice convenience item.
Yes. And so, passing up the ferry. So Ricky's going to be picking up his big bucks in Paradox Cave.
Based on a comment in chat, would you say that no one expects the vanilla of Inquisition?
Yes.
I apologize, that one was actually pretty bad.
Yeah, none of our runners have checked pedestal yet. According to chat.
I mean, looking at the tracker, looking at where pens are, there's only one core item that could be found there. And that item's a bow.
Yes. That's something we don't want to see. We don't want to see the bow on Peg. Because that just makes us an oops all dungeon seed.
I apologize, chat. That one was rough.
Gary's setting up the safety door.
I don't blame him.
Alright, there's our map.
There's the key we need.
Yep, 2 more chests. Ooh, and takes a spill off the bridge.
Not having magic makes this room tough.
Yes. Piece of heart. Ooh, and takes a death to the eye laser.
Those lasers hurt.
Yeah. But
And Laser Bridge is not a fun room.
no.
And for some reason, I always find it with 4 hearts and green mail in my cross keys races.
Oh, wow. Lasers are not playing nice for that last chest.
The one unfortunate thing here is still the fact that he doesn't have a de-ice rod.
Right.
Which is part of why he opened safety door, I believe, so he can just leave and fly out of here.
Yep. And he's just going to do just that. Meanwhile, Ricky is making his TR play.
Corvid's going for Meyer.
He'll be able to pick up those 2 items that he missed in the Meyer shed. Now we have the boots, so we can do the boots jump over the pit.
And that is in logic.
Yes.
Gotta love the logic in this game.
Yeah. Sometimes it's, I just gotta wrap my head around it sometimes, and it makes my brain hurt.
Speaking of bonk logic, have you ever had hookshot in Hookshot Cave?
No.
I have. That was the last location. It looks like Corv is actually going to go do Lamos first. Oh, he has no magic. Oh no.
But the good thing about TR, there's always that magic refill right there in the start.
No, I mean GreyCorvid doesn't have magic thing in the mire. Chad is correct about that.
There is magic refills on the way to Land Mall.
Yes, but at that point I'd just take Landmo out.
Right. But he needs the magic to light the lamps, to light the torches.
This is true.
Speaking of full magic, there he is. Corvid out of magic, so he's going to have to use spin strats or just slashing at the landmall's heads. Two of them down on the last one. Ricky making their way through TR.
This has certainly been an exciting siege so far.
Yes, everything opened up in the first 10 minutes, and now it's just like we slowed down to a crawl.
You say that, but based on the information we have, we are 2 items from go mode.
True. But it's finding those 2 items that have slowed us down.
Corvid's at 3 because of the ice rock. But
we need the bow and we need the hook shot.
I've made the mistake before of thinking I didn't need hook shot when swamps and such weren't required. I forgot about validation chest.
Yes, never pass up the validation chest. Gary making his way into Meyer.
Has Ricky not gotten ether?
No, he hasn't.
Oh, they're both 3 items away. And both of their 3rd items are ice items. I used to get so horribly lost in this room.
Meyer is one of those dungeons that can really turn you around if you don't know exactly where you're going.
Lots and lots of backtracking.
Yes, that's how I feel about Total Rock sometimes. Well, Ice Palace the same way.
In Rando, Ice Palace is the king of backtracking.
Right. Too many nightmares of the Water Temple from Ocarina of Time.
I was lucky. I played it first on 3DS, so I at least had markers saying what rooms did what.
Same here. That's how I played it too on 3DS.
No items in Meyer yet.
Oh, that was our first one, and it looks like...
Vanilla Big Key.
Yes.
Actually, 50-50 Vanilla Big Key.
Right.
I always forget about the check after the big chest for some reason.
Yes, you gotta make sure that the blue marker, the blue tiles are down for that. So we are getting a cutscene chest.
And Ricky's going to try next.
I like this play. He's got enough. He's got blue mail. He's got enough hearts.
The only thing I dislike is the shortage of magic for this.
Right, but making quick work of the left head. Down
And
goes.
right head.
Yep.
Unfortunately, ice on the floor, but
That's probably not going to phase him.
yeah, for one, Trinex always goes left first. If Trinex went right first, it'd be a bigger problem.
Yep. Down goes Trinex. We have our 2, 5, 6 crystals over on Ricky's side, and more importantly,
A red shield. Unfortunately, the best fight for red shield is already done.
Yes. But more importantly, That's his third crystal.
And it's the second pyramid crystal.
Yeah.
Just a map in the big chest. And Vitreous has an item.
Well, let's see what Ricky does here.
Spike Cave.
Spike Cave, you say? I probably agree with that play.
You have an invincibility item and 15 hearts.
Yeah.
And a hammer. And if things truly go south, you have 3 red potions right now.
Yes. And Gary goes into probably the most annoying room in Mire.
The most annoying room? That's not Vitreous's room.
No, it's that room in the dark is very annoying.
I've done it. That dark room can be mean.
Yes.
I do love that you collected an item sound from VVVVVV is the portal sound in this game. In this pack.
Right. I am not too familiar with that game.
I've played it some, but it does have a fantastic soundtrack.
Yeah, from what I hear, I agree with that. And Gary doing the invincible cape strats on the eyeballs.
When you don't have a bow, I think it's the best strategy.
Yes. And takes some lightning damage from the eyeball.
The speed with which that boss can shoot lightning is impressive.
Right. Though that fight is a lot easier when you have silvers and you just go in there and just shoot all the eyeballs with the bow.
I mean, even with regular arrows, it's easier than this.
Yes.
And the second item is just more money. But there's another crystal.
Right. So that puts Gary up to 3 as well.
This is actually one of my least favorite rooms in this game.
Oh, the Gibdo room?
Just because I dislike having to time all my fire rod shots at low magic.
This room is okay. It's the room in GT I don't like with all the conveyor belts.
Why is the GT's answer to make every room more terrible than its predecessor conveyor belts?
Because
I mean, we are about to see why conveyor belts suck in just a moment.
yes. But more importantly, we got fire, so we can just burn the big moth anyhow. Down goes the moth. What do we get for trouble? We got the butter sword!
That's a fantastic Moth Yellow prize.
Yep.
Now the question is, do we check PED?
I believe so, yes.
I'm pretty sure I would, because I would be getting worried about a bow right now.
I think Ricky heard your pleas, and we are getting a ped check. What do we... On the pedestal today, we have...
Anybody?
No! Oh, it's the arrow of
validation
destiny.
arrow. Well, unfortunately, these seeds will not be valid. We cannot validate these seeds without that arrow.
Yes.
Or at least that's how the joke goes. That's a relief.
Yeah. It's the arrow of destiny on the pedestal.
And Corvid's going into Skull was right behind Ricky's leaving. We got a big bomb check coming in.
Yep, we got a pyramid fairy coming in.
So chat wants to file a formal complaint. I would love to know why.
Yes, why, Chat?
What's going to be inside the pyramid fairy, other than a fairy?
I'm gonna guess more money.
I'm going to guess bombs.
It's a pyramid. We have to have money in it.
Money?
And red mail.
Well, it may not be important. Apparently, chat did not like the single arrow of destiny. Or my call for an all rise when we woke the duck.
Yes.
Just make sure to mail your complaints written down on a $50 bill and send them to the Go Mode Podcast admins.
Or better, I would say please make sure all complaints are written down on a postcard and on a self-addressed stamped envelope and send them to complaints.
Hammer pegs check.
Yes, let's hope. Let's see. Pedestal disappointed us. Does hammer pegs not disappoint us?
It disappointed us.
Yeah, piece of heart. It got our hopes up, and then it just decided to rip our heart out.
Well, we're turning in our fetch quest.
Alright, to the Bat Cave we go.
You know we're doing good as commentators when formal complaints want to be filed.
Right.
Our runners are right behind each other right now.
And there's our bow!
What a find! Yes, please, curse me with the item I need.
That's the one thing I still never understood, even in the vanilla game. He curses you with half magic. That should be a blessing, not a curse.
It's even weirder in Link's Awakening, where the bat curses you with more stuff.
Or when chat or the commentators curse the runners, right?
What have we cursed them with? Ricky is going directly to turn that bow into some crystals.
Agreed. Oh, we are getting the bow lock side check of pod.
Our runners know that's where the big key is. And Corvid's going for the digging game. He'll be happy to do that.
Yes. And you can't go wrong with having the butter swords.
Big key in the map chest. And Corvid gets their ice rod. That is still one of the weirdest bonks in this game.
Oh, I agree. 100%.
Good dodging of those Helmosaurs.
Yep. For some reason, no matter how many times I try to dodge them, they still throw me off that ledge.
That bridge is not fun.
No. All that for 20 rupees in the big chest. Corvid right behind Ricky, both inside pod. And while we're both picking up on where everyone else, while both runners are crisscrossing what the other runner has already done, this is a good time to mention that if you like what you see here with both of our runners, Ricky and Corvid, please give them a follow. They are putting on a great show here, and same with their mentors as well, Apathy and Hippo. So please give them a follow as well.
These runners and mentors have put in a lot for this tournament, so they have done well in setting themselves up for this one.
Yes.
Also, make sure to follow my co-commentator, Yoko, along with our tracker, Elias, and our restreamer, Amarith. All are doing an amazing job helping get this race going for you guys.
Yep.
Don't follow me. I don't do anything on my Twitch. And of course, do make sure to check out the GoMo podcast. It gives a lot of great information about this randomizer.
Right, and a lot of good useful tidbits and everything. New episodes are up every other week.
And if you want to get involved with the community, join the Discord.
Right.
It's full of nice people.
We always welcome new people in, and we're always willing and ready to help a lot of new players come into Randomizer, and that's what this tournament is also showing too. The new players to the tournament to Randomizer as well.
I mean, it's also getting us to have new commentary and tracking people for stuff, because a lot of the commentary and tracking has been beginners too.
Yes.
Like myself.
And both at the exact same time, Ricky and Gary have entered into the Helmosaur King fight. Ricky taking down Helmosaur King first, followed by Gary about a couple seconds behind. And we get the shovel.
That It's another fetch quest. The viewer in me wants to see something come out of that shovel.
Same, but by the looks of it, we just need the hook shot, and we are in go mode.
Corvid's going back in for the big chest.
Right, and Ricky is making their way to the armor sites.
I think we just saw Corvid considering hammering up for a second.
Yes.
That is possible, chat. But these runners would hate you.
Oh, I've seen it happen. I've seen worse than Ganon's Tower hookshot.
I've had worse than that. Have you ever had a gone to Ganon's Tower with no hookshot and no bow?
No, I've gone to Ganon's Tower with no boots.
That was a fun scene. There are quotation marks on that, of course.
Yes.
And Ricky is preparing for their Armos fight.
We'll see. Does he set up for the quick kill? No, it doesn't set up for the quick kill. But a nice clean fight, and picks up his crystal.
Looks like 6 crystals now.
Yes, 6 crystals. He's only
missing the Meyer crystal.
Right.
Court will be right behind soon, but only missing Trinex's crystal. We're getting a shovel check.
Seems about the logical play to do here. I mean, it is on the way as well. And all that for 20 rupees.
I mean, hookshot is only required if the big key is on the left, or, if our runners can't hover the Moldorm gap.
Right.
This one's going to be a close race.
With both runners keeping pace for pace on this. This is more exciting than an F1, more exciting than a NASCAR race.
Chat just wants that mushroom to turn to a hookshot.
That's what it probably is. I don't know. How do you feel about that?
Honestly, I'd say there are 3 major possibilities in my head.
Okay.
Mushroom, tile room, and vanilla.
In Swan Palace.
Yeah. Swamp Palace big chests, even, with the key on the left side.
That's cruel.
They're all cruel.
Yeah.
It's sad when Tile Room's the least cruel one here.
I'll give you that. With the way things have been going this seed, I wouldn't put it against you in that one. Or the runners, or the seed.
Ideally, it's sitting on, like, the torch.
Yes.
Although, logically, it could be down in the map room. With the 2 fire bars spinning around it?
Alright, the firebar room.
Yeah, that room. Logically, it could be there.
Right. But we can only speculate on that, on where it could be.
There are so many places it could be. Looks like Ricky was desperately hoping for this not to be a vanilla big key. At least for Corvid, this will be an easy Trinex fight with that butter.
Definitely.
This is true, Professor Renderer. The soundtrack has an absolutely incredible number of bangers.
Nice footwork around the anti-fairy. Mapping the big fairy.
Very good footwork to get around that block.
Yes.
That room is not easy without a hookshot.
Ricky having a little bit of trouble getting that block on the switch.
Placing some Mario blocks can be very finicky.
Right. Especially when you're being pelted at by lasers.
Corvid bringing down the 2 elemental heads. Now for the Smash elemental head.
Yep. And makes nice work of that. We have 7 crystals.
Well, it's not go mode yet.
We're in no mode.
But in this case, let's since is the option, let's begin the big key game, I guess.
Yep.
22 checks in Ganon's Tower. One of them has the Ganon's Tower big key. We need to finish this siege. Place your bets and
we'll hope for the best. So, Zeke, in which chest do you think the big key is in?
tile room.
I'm gonna say chest number 9.
The last 3 seeds I've volunteered with this have been tile room.
Oh no. And Ricky, right behind, picking up his 7th crystal, and making his way over to GT soon.
That said, it won't be 22 like usual. It will probably be 1, 2, 3, 8.
Yeah, maybe. But we start off with 20 and a piece of heart. Alright, 2 checks down. We now move over to the left side of Ganon's Tower. On top of the torch, it's 10 arrows.
I'm sorry, I guess I should have said 9, because, again, the firebar chest is in the logic.
Yes. We do need that hook shot. And for left side, so he's gonna go back on right. The tile room.
And as with usual, straight through the tile room.
Yes. Tile room is always the last room everyone checks.
I'm the only one who checks it early, it seems.
Oh, I'm the same way.
I've been burned too many times by tile room.
Yes. I feel your pain.
Watching the Samaria block usage makes me always remember my favorite thing to do with Samaria blocks, which is dash into them.
Oh. 10 arrows. More bombs. 300 rupees. And a full heart. I think that was the sank heart, too.
It was, in fact, the sank heart.
No, and it falls down the hole. And it falls down the
conveyor belt's
hole.
mean.
Yeah. And Ricky now making his GT play. If it's not the fire bars that are gonna knock you off, it's the spike trap will.
And then, usually, when I was younger, the hard hat beetle was not far behind. And here's our logic check. Whoa.
No, you can just bonk into that. Ricky's setting up a nice play here, using the bomb to bomb your way across. So we will get to see what these 4 chests are. We have a small key, another small key, a piece of heart, a full heart container, and bombs. Meanwhile, Gary into Bob's room.
Gary, this Bob's chest is number 2, 3, 7.
There's the
Number
big
8.
key in Bob's room. So the 8th chest.
We have finished the GT Big Key game. We're not in go mode. nice bonking from Ricky.
But we're still looking for that hook shot.
And congratulations to John the Branch for winning the Big Key guessing game.
Alright, 5 rupees, there's a small key.
Oh no, poor Ricky. Popped Samaria just a little too early. But gets it this time.
And in the big chest, 300 rupees.
The rare open seat big chest check.
Yes. And Gary warping out with the big key in hand. We are now on a search for the all-important hook shot for go mode.
You know what
Meanwhile, Ricky going into the Rando room.
Hookshot cannot be in this check.
Any specific reason why?
Because this is hookshot blocked. Logically.
There's the mirror.
He's still looking for Big Key, though.
But we know where all 3 shields are. We got the riot shield.
There's still a Thieves Town big chest.
Yeah. I don't know. That mushroom, I don't know about that.
I think Corvid's going for the vanilla. Corvid's going for the big bomb. Yeah, this looks like a big bomb check to me.
Yep. But we already know what it is, so... And gets bombed.
Magic bar?
Yeah. In the process, gets Bob stuck in the floor opening.
Yeah, the Mirror Shield's name is a little bit inappropriate for current state of affairs, isn't it?
Yes.
So, our apologies on that one, chat.
Music reminds me of something from like an 80s action movie or something. We are getting a tile room check.
Before checking Compass Room, too.
Yes.
You don't see this very often.
Could it be here? Did Gary pass that up? Will we have a hook shot here?
Will Ricky gamble on it being on top, too?
And there
That's
it
the hook
is!
shot!
Ricky!
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ricky is in go mode at 1 hour, 43 minutes. Hookshot in tile room.
And no vortex. The big key was not logically hookshot blocked. That is a disaster for Corvid. Oh, that just feels bad now.
Yes.
Well, it may not have been Big Key, but I volunteer and Tile Room strikes again.
What did you do to the seed for these guys?
I had nothing to do with the seed, is the best part. It's just, for some reason, this game puts things in Tile Room when I'm on the crew.
Alright.
I feel bad for this one.
Yeah, same here. So as Ricky makes his way up through Ganon's tower, takes the fall off the bridge, sets that up perfectly with the iframes.
Makes a stop at refill room for the magic potion.
Yes. And Zeke, you did call it with the hookshot being in tile room.
I apologize. I apologize fully for that one.
Very rarely do you see something like that, so...
Do we call it, since I did call it, do we call this commentator's curse?
Yes! Double commentator's curse. Ricky making nice quick work of the Land Mall 2 fight. Meanwhile, Gary going through to fight off those crickets in Thieves Town. If only he checked tile room.
Landmo 2 is the second best fight to have red shielding.
Yes. Ricky now makes his way through the Wizgrove rooms. But here's the thing, we're going to be seeing a silver Ganonless fight.
I think you mean a silverless Ganon fight.
Yes. Strike what I said and reverse it.
For a moment, I had to wrap my head around what you said, I will admit.
Ricky had to be a little careful there not to go up the ladder at the exact same time the chime was going off.
I've done that by accident before.
Oh, I've done it too, but I haven't. I've yet to have the tower despawn. Checks the two chests in the mini helmet stall room.
Wants those silvers.
Definitely, I don't blame him. Silverless Ganon is not fun. There's our blue cane.
The cane of Brian.
Yep. Question is, are we gonna... Now, if we don't find it, Ganon will at least tell us where it is. And it's not in the validation chest.
But it is a validation refill.
Yes. Hey, we're only 2 hearts away from being at max life. Corvid picking up his green pendant. Meanwhile, Ricky going off to get some geometry from the geometry wizard.
He's off to see the wizard.
Yeah, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
You see, the man behind the curtain isn't behind his curtain yet. We haven't gone up the Aga Tower.
Yeah.
That was not a fun-looking pattern.
No.
Nice
But that's
double on that one, though.
Got a double. Down goes Aga. Corvid picking up his red crystal.
I'm drawing more formal complaints.
Meanwhile, Ricky going off to fight the big pig.
Interesting music for the Ganon fight.
Yes. Gotta be careful here. This fight.
He has a stack of red potions.
Yes. I think that's the end of phase 2.
It is.
We go on to phase 3. Meanwhile, Corvid picking up his 20 rupees from the Bombos medallion, Bombos tablet.
That tablet is the Bombos.
Right. It's phase 4 where he's gonna probably need a lot more magic.
Ice Palace.
Ice Palace had the silvers.
To be fair, no, he did not find it. He didn't go in there.
No, none of our runners went into Ice Palace. Now, I believe it is 12 spins with golden, with butter sword.
With tempered and butter, it is 12 spins.
And he gets the torch glitch too, so that'll definitely help it.
With no half magic and no magic potions, you do not want to miss that glitch.
Yes. So the key here is when Ganon is about to teleport, that's when you want to release your spin cycle.
I can't tell if that's 9 or 11.
I think that was 9. We'll find out soon.
That's 10. Actually, that was select 12.
That was 12. And down goes the big pig on Ricky's side. Get your GGs in chat.
Get your GGs ready for Ricky and ApathyDuck, the winners of this race. Had to reach over and type in my emotes over there. And we'll see if we can get Ricky and Apathy in for an interview today. But meanwhile, Corvid is progressing through Swamp Palace.
Interesting play.
With no hookshot, it is shorter to go through Swamp than it is to go through Ice, I believe.
Yes. And Ricky finishes that seed wins with a time of 1 hour, 52 minutes, and 43 seconds.
What an evil seed.
Definitely.
And the tile room is just icing on top, let's be honest. And it's definitely one of the strangest openings I've seen in a seed.
I'm with you on that. That was a very strange and fast opening. We got like everything in the first 10 minutes.
I don't think I will ever see mitts and boots into flippers in the Moon Pearl again.
No.
And again, chat, we can just call it commentator's curse.
Yes. Send your complaints.
Send your complaints my way, written on $20 bills, please.
Nah. $5 nickel chips. Nickel poker chips.
And Corvid going into Ice Palace next. This is a fantastic credits music. He can't pull Ped. There's no shot.
Right.
I am over here dancing to this soundtrack.
I'm over here doing a face palm. But the music is good too. I will agree to that.
And chat, specifically our restreamer Amarith, says we will have Ricky in here in a minute. Corvid is setting up for a icebreaker. This randomizer does have a lot of skill involved, but it definitely can have a lot of luck involved too.
Right, and we are joined by our winner, Ricky and Apathy. GG to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
So I thought the run went pretty well, except for the hammer mishap. That was obnoxious.
except for the one major thing, it went fine. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That hook shot is mean.
Yeah.
I was so happy the hook shot was there. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my god, we made it.
Yeah, it was one of the better places for us. We had a little big chest mishap. So once I saw it there, I was like, yeah, probably the best place because, you know, if they did do probably a more sensible route than we did, they'd probably put that last. So I was like, I was pretty happy grabbing it there.
It's still last.
Yeah, I heard what happened.
Corvid is going down into iced tea room.
Oh,
Have we found our silvers yet?
No.
By chance.
They're in there.
Yeah.
I don't know where in there they are.
They're in
but
iced tea room.
there. Yeah, there they go.
Yep.
I feel sorry for that hookshot spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I heard after I was talking to someone who was watching the restream after we finished, I heard they bailed after going into GT, which I'm not sure why. I don't know. Once you go up to GT, you're kind of committed to finishing it. Even going, like, we talked about it. Like, we were talking about whether or not to look for the hook shot because we kind of felt behind with that hammer.
Yeah.
If you get that hammer, the seed plays out very obviously, right? You get the hammer, you do the turtle rock, you get powder, which gets you the bow, which gets you pod, and eastern, which gets you ether, which finishes the game for you. So like we had talked about maybe metagaming it and like doing ice and swamp because we kind of thought we were behind. Then we just kind of decided like it's just better to play it straightforward. And I guess it worked out.
Right.
Well, GG to you guys on that.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely Ricky's win. I did not help. With, like, let's not do Skull Woods. I hate Skull Woods. So.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair though, I did so much ambrosia for the first half of this tournament that, you know, my OG strat was always to dip Skull Woods when I go to Village of Outcast. But after ambrosia, I haven't picked up the habit again, and so yeah, that was kind of on both of us.
I just never liked the Skull, and it's always hammer in there for me. I don't know why. I did very much put on my description that I am Rando cursed, so pretty much anyone who comes and asks me is bringing this upon themselves.
That was one of the most unusual Rando starts I've seen.
Yes. Yeah, a lot of stuff at the start.
But
So it was like a pile
and oops early is weird.
It was a pile of stuff at the start, but none of it let us do it. We couldn't even do Thieves Town without a weapon. So it was just all that stuff at the start, but no dungeons. And then, like, we had talked about the mushroom 4 or 5 times, I think.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I was so tempted to do Agra 1 for the mushroom, but it was like, no, we've got higher density checks to do than just one single long-winded one.
Yeah, I mean, it was like because we made that pod play. I was looking at because I was tracking this too. We had like I've never seen this in a seed before. Like usually you have like 1 or 2 bad locations. We had like 5 bad. We had the mushroom. We had bowless hammerless pod. We had Eastern that we bailed out on early. We had hammerless ice palace, hammerless swamp, in front of Skullwood. I was like, these are all terrible. I've never seen so many terrible locations in one seed. So like we did all the early stuff that made sense, and then it was just like everything was bad, and it was just so much bad stuff.
I'm not sure I'd agree with you on front of Skullwoods being a terrible check myself, but
it's pretty bad.
Right. And meanwhile, Corvid making his way up the tower.
Awesome.
Aga 1.
Oh, Aga 1 tower. Oh, I thought you meant like GT. Okay.
no, GreyCorvid is going for the Aghanim play.
Gonna check the mushroom.
At least we'll finally get an answer. What is on that mushroom?
Yeah.
Well,
I have been wondering about that since the siege started.
Do they have half magic?
Nope.
Not yet.
It's half magic then.
Yeah, I think everything else has been checked. I mean, or unless the half magic's in the back of Swamp Palace.
Yeah, half magic could be back there, but
So I'm very sorry I rolled that seed. I mean, at least in terms of the hook shot anyway, but oh my goodness. I need to apologize to GreyCorvid for that.
the worst part is, we can kind of blame me. I called it.
You called hook shot
Yeah,
on
he called
tile
it.
room?
We can call it commentator's curse on that one. So, on an unrelated note, the VVVVVV soundtrack, fantastic.
Thank you. I will let my friend know. He made it.
'Cause that is a fantastic MSU pack.
Yes, it is.
I think that's been one of the most common comments we've done outside of gameplay stuff, is talking about your music.
Awesome.
Oh, and it does look like half magic will be in the back of Swamp, because the credit said the witch was buying drugs, so that means there's
Oh,
money on the mushroom.
fantastic.
Yoko, do you have any questions for our winners?
No, not really. Yeah, you actually asked all the questions I was going to ask as well, too.
If you guys don't have anything else, I guess I'll head out then.
If you guys don't have any further comments,
Nope, just I'm really glad at how the seed turned out in the end anyway. The hammer and hook shot really had my nerves going for a while, but it all worked out, so I'm happy about that. And thank you to ApathyDuck for helping me out with this. All of the mentors have been great so far with this tournament, and I'm really happy with how things are going.
That's great to hear, and good luck to you in your next round, Ricky.
Thank
that
you.
is at least 3 blue balls.
Well, GG.
Yeah, GG to Ricky and Apathy.
Thank you.
If you guys aren't following these two, please go follow them.
All right. Thank you so much. See you all later.
And the same goes for Corvid and Hippo. They both deserve the follows as well.
Yes.
Our runners and mentors all have been amazing in this tournament. And we have watched some of the runners get so good at this game now.
Yep, I found out about this a little too late after everything was already set up, so I'm probably going to sign up next year to race.
My time schedule just didn't work out for one.
Yeah, true.
But
I
it's,
hear
easier
that.
it's easier to slot in occasional commentary and tracking duties.
Definitely.
Talk about a last location hookshot, though.
Yep, $20 for turning in that mushroom. Trying to get the spin speed.
But those cabbages are not playing nice.
Nope.
it does look like Corvid's going back for GT now. Here's a question. Do you climb first?
Probably. No. To climb GT, no, I'd probably, if I was Corvid, I'd probably, first check I would do, I'd probably run in there and check tile room.
And I'd actually go straight up myself. I've had too many seeds with stuff on mini helmet and pre-Moldor for me.
Right.
But again, I play cross keys. So
I'll have
Irene
to,
goes, climb. Climb isn't logic.
I'll have to check yours, I'll have to check that out whenever you play, I'll have to check that out.
But it looks like he's going for tile room.
Yes. Has the cape on.
That one just feels awful.
Right. But on the plus side, he has silvers. It's an easier Ganon fight now with that.
This is true. That bunny sprite still makes me laugh.
Yep. I know. I found my new favorite sprite to use that came out in the update.
And which one would that be?
AVGN.
I'm probably not going to change my sprite too often.
Now, if they either had a sprite of my favorite character or a couple of my favorite anime waifus, I'd probably be playing as them.
I agree with Chat. I do respect the Corvid for playing this one out.
Yes. Doesn't use the iframes, just makes it nice and safely across the bridge into the gauntlet of enemies.
It's a fairly tricky timing to get across that bridge sometimes.
Right, that's why when you get in that room, you throw yourself off and you have the iframes and dash across.
I had to learn that. I've had too many times going up the tower with no shoes.
And the hook shot also works here because you can stun the enemies with it.
My personal weapon for this exact room is Pompos.
Same here. But since we don't have half magic, I tend to use the hook shot.
And what Amarith describes in chat right now is classic cross keys, is what that is. And if people wonder from our previous conversation, the sprite I haven't changed from would be Final Fantasy IV's Iridia. I've learned too many pixels on Iridia. Not gonna give up now. I love those Samario Wizrobe rooms.
Yes. Learning the timing is a little bit tricky for that, but once you learn it...
Again, why does GT make every room harder by using conveyor belts?
I don't know, maybe Ganon has a thing for conveyor belts. Gets the full magic refill.
Hold up. There's a FF4 MSU. I need that. Corvid knows nothing important is in there. He has everything he needs.
Yeah. So now it's just a race to the top.
Scyther, you're the one who made the MSU pack? Let me just tell you, congratulations. You've made a winning MSU pack there.
Yes, definitely. And give you a thumbs up for that.
He does check validation chests, though.
Yes.
Although, I'll admit, I would take the time to bomb that chest if it were me.
Well, same here, and a couple angry sword slashes at it, maybe.
Nah, just bombs.
Yeah, like what we do to Zoro when we're not happy, right?
I learn a lot of my gimmicks from other people, so.
Yeah.
Corvid taking on the wizard.
Nice
And
double.
ding dong, the wizard is dead.
Which old wizard?
What? And now we're off to see Ganon.
Red mail, butter sword, silvers, and 17 hearts. Yeah, we're good for this.
Yeah. And a cape.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure the half magic is going to be behind that hook shot in Swamp Palace. I have to remember the name of it.
Yeah, that's probably where it's hiding. On to phase 3 of the Ganon fight.
I used to get knocked off so many times when I was playing this as a kid.
Same here. Same here.
Oh no! Silver, my one true weakness.
Gets the torch glitch.
Almost
Almost
got
had a
that triple.
triple.
And get your GPs in chat for GreyCorvid and Hippo. After what they went through, they deserve it.
Yes, they do.
Oh, that was bad. That seed ending could not have been worse for them. I feel terrible.
And they finished with a time of 2 hours, 19 minutes. And the Triforce asking time for another one?
If I were them, the answer's no.
I agree.
Maybe with some expletives in there.
Maybe if it was a fast cannon.
Triforce Hunt?
Yeah, I'm up for that.
And we'll see if we can get Corvid and Hippo in here for an interview if they're interested. The real question, did we draw enough complaints?
Why?
From chat. Because we were getting formal complaints left and right. What a seed, Yoko. What a seed.
Definitely on that one. I agree. It's like, from having a fast 10 minutes, here's everything, to searching all around Hyrule, and to the hookshot being in Tile Room. I have one thing to say, and that is, whew!
That was a roller coaster. GreyCorvid will not be joining us for an interview, but would like to say that the hookshot placement is awful, and Hippo would like to say that Rando ran them. So I'm assuming that means neither of them will join for an interview. So to finalize this stream, please follow the runners and their mentors.
Yes, definitely. And of course, we have to give a shout out to our tracker, Elias, doing all the hard work behind the scenes, with keeping track of everything that was going on. Please give them a follow. Please give my co-commentator Zeke here a follow as well.
The real person who does all the hard work behind the scenes would be Amarith. This is not an easy thing to put on.
No, it is not. And
please go follow Amarith.
And all the people that do all the hard work over at Go Mode Podcast as well.
And please follow my co-com Yoko. He's helped me get through the seed so well.
Yep.
And if you want to get involved in this community, maybe even attempt to do some of this commentary yourself, or of tracking, we're always looking for more volunteers for the tournament or for casual races if we restream them.
Yep, I know they just started up with that, and they always are back up as well too.
Yeah, and we have casual races going all the time in this seed, or in this Discord. And there's even the bi-weekly seed done every 2 weeks with each episode. Have you done that yet, Yoko?
Yeah, I just did mine today. 3 deaths, and I finished with a time of 3 hours and 41 minutes.
I have not done it yet, so please, no spoilers.
None. My lips are sealed.
But
it was a very good. It was a very good, calm seed. Nothing too crazy.
Well, Yoko, do you have any final comments on this seed?
Yeah, let's not see a seed like this ever again.
I would like something garbage in Tile Room one of these seeds.
True.
Because like I said, the last 3 have all been big keys.
Last time I had a seed like this, it was during the holiday season of 2019 on for the holiday daily races that they did. And the quest was you had to get the mushroom from the pedestal to get an item from the witch, which led to Tile Room having the boots, and the boots led to the big key on Bob's torch.
Ew.
Yes.
That is all I can say. So yeah, that was a seed we just got to experience. So
Yeah, and unfortunately in Rando that does tend to happen.
does anyone know when our next restream is? Because we'll have another one tomorrow, I believe.
Yes, I can pull that up. Our next one is at 9 p.m. and we have one at 6 p.m. and one at 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
And both should be excellent races.
Right.
I know there's a lot of people excited for the 9 o'clock one.
Yes. The 6 p.m. one is W. Garrison versus Irritable Penguin with their mentors Vortex of Doom and Oro. And
I see why the one is excited. Mocha Jones 10 and DJ Darkwing D are friends.
Yeah, so that's gonna, and their commentators are the Daddy Gamers and Kaysden.
Daddy Gamers is mentoring Mocha Jones, and Kaysden's mentoring DJ Darkwing.
Well, that is going to be an interesting.
That's going to be an exciting seed. I'm disappointed I won't be able to come help with it.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Any last final thoughts on this?
May the seed go deep into the dumpster it belongs in.
Right, we'll lock this back up in the vault and never let it out again.
No, let it out when people want a challenging seed.
Yes.